MongoDB is no SQL document database, and it will store data in flexible JSON like documents. Uh, so what is like no SQL? Let's see. It's a no SQL document database. SQL, no SQL, and it's a non-relational database. Also, we can say non-relational DB, non-relational database, and it's without fixed schema, no fixed schema. And so we have a remote database that we use in our production, in like production, in our web app in production. We can use this remote database, and for practice we can use this MongoDB compass to like practice. And so we can create this database, and inside database we have collection. So let's do like we have database, not database, and database. Then inside we have collection. Collection is a group of JSON like document. It's similar to a table in SQL, but fixed without fixed schema, so no fixed schema. uh, Collection, then inside collection we have documents. So we can like call it JSON like document, not exactly JSON. It will store behind this in bson, not basin. Bson. In like it will convert all the things in binary, so it will be faster compared to like JSON. Document, database, collection, then we have document. Inside document we have like key value pair. Key is like similar to field or column inside our SQL, inside table. Something like this key value pair, and this is the document. All the documents, all these two documents called as a collection, that will be this user local. So let's compare with like SQL, so we can see the difference. So MongoDB is no SQL. What it does mean no SQL? So SQL is like more traditionally we use fixed schema, uh, and it's a relational database, and we can call it like more structured query language. uh, if we have data that we have to store in like more kind of structured way, then we can use SQL. If we have data that will be not in structured way, I can give you one example. Like in Flipkart we have products, multiple products, electronics, fashion, and this watches also. So every products have different field that does not match with each other, so we can provide different columns or property, so that we can call it like not the structured way we add the documents. Something like this: we have name, email, password, then we have without email and password, we have this next document. So this, we can't do this similar thing in our like inside our SQL. We have to like we have name, email and address, so we have to always put that information, or we can skip the information, it will by default add null. But every column, every field have this property, name, email and address. But here we can skip that part, like it can totally different property or it can be similar. So let's let's do here also, like see the difference. No SQL, it doesn't mean like uh, not like this SQL. No SQL, it mean like not only SQL. We can enforce fixed schema in MongoDB also, using mongoose middleware to like inside we can create schema using mongoose, and we can pass the second option, that will be strict, something like this. So let me give you one example. We can pass the option something like this, strict. There is three option. True is by default. So if we try to add any of so if we define fixed schema like here, name, email and password, and if we try to add another field, that will be address, then it won't throw any error, but it won't save inside our web document if we use this by default. So by default value will be strict true, and if we do false, if we use false, then we can like add similar to this kind of properties. We can add any kind of, so without like schema less we can add all the documents, we don't have to follow the schema. But when we use this string throw, it will throw error. We can catch inside try catch. We can use, if it's async, then we can use try catch to catch the error. It will throw error if we try to add any other field similar to this SQL. If we try to add any other field, it will throw error. Here inside first collection, if we insert document and if we try to add something, name, my name Ankit, and there is comma, we insert document, and if we have use in our schema this strict throw, and then we can't add other property like email, address and many more properties. So we can achieve this SQL kind of fixed schema using this strict throw inside SQL. So it will be like not only SQL, so we can like understand the meaning of no SQL. And this is more confusing, like non-relational database. We can because we can do relation inside MongoDB using ref. We can reference the other collection document using reference. So why it does say like non-relational? Because it's say in the context of SQL, like inside SQL in traditional way we can do relation using primary key and foreign key, and we can join table in left and right. So in that context we can't do here similar this traditional way. We can't do relational things inside our MongoDB. So that's why it called as no non-relational database. We can still use reference, but it what is the difference in a reference versus this directly like join? So here it will fetch that document two times. First time that it will fetch the first time, then it will in the second time it will fetch that reference when we use populate. So it will fetch two time compared to this SQL. It will do only once. It will do only once query. Like we can join using foreign key, so it will better compared to this non-relational database. So that is the like main difference that I understand today, and it will take so much time online googling and asking to ChatGPT like why it's called non-relational when we use the reference. It's also feels like relational, but in the context of this traditional relational way, like by default it will handle inside database, but here we have to use mongoose to like uh, inside schema we have to use a reference. And no fixed schema, here we have fixed schema or fixed table. If we don't put any value on the field, it will be null or default value. Here we can enforce the fixed schema, but we can like also bypass this fixed schema thing inside no SQL. And database, here also we have database, here we have collection, here we have table, here we have document. We can call it like a record row, or we can call it record. And we have key value pair, and here we have column. Inside column we have value. So I hope you understand the difference between no SQL, non-relational database, relational database, fixed schema. Then we have similar things inside our MongoDB and SQL. So this is so much confusing. No SQL, non-relational database. uh, if you like, if you haven't code yet inside using like, if you haven't used MongoDB, then this concept is really confusing at the first time. So in next video we can like, we can use this, how we can create the database, how can we create the collection, how can we create schema, how can we create fixed schema, and how can we create model, and how can we use the query interface to interaction with this MongoDB. We can see in the next video. Let's revise again. Like no SQL means not only SQL. We don't follow the traditional way, like we can't like follow the, we don't follow the structured way. We can't store the data in structured way here. And non-relational database means we don't follow that traditional relational things like foreign key, primary key, foreign key, and left right join. We don't follow here. No fixed schema, we already seen. Database collection similar to table. Group of documents, JSON like documents, that will be similar to row or record. Key value pair, column. So thank you.